Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Patreon cast featuring myself and lloopy, or just lloopy. Hard to tell sometimes. Here on Blackburn, the latter edition. Bottom left, it's gonna be our Protoss. He is red. It is lloopy with the nice flashing Brood War skin for his Nexus. Bottom right, gonna be myself with the classic StarCraft 2 skin for his Nexus. So a PvP here. I don't know if I've cast a PvP on Blackburn. And it's out of the map pool, so it's unlikely that I will, other than this one. And scouting out, here is lloopy. Lloopy. Oh! With a Forge coming up back home. I saw that, and I was like, la 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 la, Forge normal stuff. No, it's not. It is not normal stuff, myself. No. Oh! Oh! Is he cannon rushing too? Ah! It is one of my favorite things in all of StarCraft, is the cheese versus cheese play. Okay, so myself just scouted this, and he was like, so that's bad. Oh, you need to do some kind of a wall off so the probes can't get in here. Not doing the thing. What you gotta do is, on different maps, there are different ways to do this, but you put I think a pylon like here, and maybe here, and then maybe here, and then get a cannon back here. Oh, never mind. We're just, I was going to say, we're going across the map? Who knows? Myself, oh no, myself's probe gets surrounded before he could do anything. I like how the probes checked to make sure there wasn't a pylon down there. There wasn't. Lloopy's cannons are finished. Okay, so myself goes back to work. I think he could have killed these cannons if he'd attacked them instead of chasing that probe. That might have been something. Ooh, that might have been a better choice here. Myself decides, okay, I can't take my natural, so let's go ahead and bam, throw up an Nexus at the gold base. That should be fine. Lloopy's not continuing this because his probe got chased away, and his probe goes for a Nexus. So he goes Nexus first. I mean, it's after, well, after Forge, after Pylon Forge, Pylon Cannon, but why would you, oh wait, Lloopy's back. Lloopy sent another, this is the same probe from before. He's continuing the cannon rush. Myself, no! Oh, look, who's getting high ground stuff, though? Myself, too smart. Lloopy should have come up here. He needs to come up here now and get vision so these cannons can kill these before they come up. Dude, he doesn't know. Okay, so Lloopy is not an experienced cannon rusher, because every cannon rusher I've ever played against would for sure send the probe up this ramp and see what's going on up here, and then probably throw down a pylon up here, too. Because now, look what's happening. Now, you didn't scout it. You didn't come up the ramp to see what was happening. And now, you're a dead man. This cannon is dead. Probably that second cannon as well. Yep, that cannon's going to die because you didn't... Even now, you could come up here and provide a little bit of vision. But all right, he's just doing more cannons down this way while taking a second base, throwing up a defensive cannon back home. He's like, okay, this is great. If I'm on 2 bases and my opponent's only on 1 base, that's fantastic. But except this exists, which... lloopy does not know about that. All right, so lloopy not doing a great job scouting, which, you know, that's okay. Sometimes that happens in this world. In this world of StarCraft. Tries to get a probe up. Did get a pylon up here on the high ground, but then too late really to do anything. That pylon gets killed too. Rough stuff here from lloopy. This is turning into... quite a clown fiesta, though. Oh, look, we got another pylon right here. He did throw up a bunch of pylons, just none of them, like, I don't know, to cover this area, which would have been nice. So gold base up, getting saturated a little bit, but you can't really transfer probes down there unless you recall them over, which would be a fantastic idea for myself to do. He's got the energy for it. He's got the cooldown available. Like, doing a recall of some probes down to this base would be awesome. Sick move potential here for myself. Finally getting his first gateway at, 4 minutes into the game. Because lloopy's getting his as well. So the tech is just kind of getting started now at about 4 minutes. Both players were planning on cannon rushing each other. There's the recall. Nicely done, myself. That was great. That's exactly what we want to be seeing there. Using them smarts. On the other side, lloopy's got a second base already. He's, he's working it. He doesn't have the power of the gold base behind him, though, that's for sure. Look, he sent over exactly the number of probes he needed to fully saturate this. This is great. This is super great. Is he making some more probes here so we can, so we can get gas as well? Oh, this is so good. So what's the tech choice going to be after this? Because cannon's terrible the longer the game goes on. You want a cyber core, right? And then once here, we're going to speed it up because we're not seeing anything interesting until the cyber core is done, which both players are doing. Yeah, there we go. Myself started his, and wait, myself also started his, and there it is. Loopy's got his on the way too. Gas being taken by both players. Both have a pretty substantial amount of gas, but that's about it. It's going to be Void Rays, right? One of these players is going Void Rays while myself is taking a top right expansion. On top of it, you know, expanding everywhere but your natural, because of course. But yeah, there we go. Double Stargate coming in. The cannon rush into Void Rays. An eternal 1-2 punch from the makers of Protoss. It's so good, too, especially against Zerg, because Zerg's like, oh, I got it. Oh, myself asks for a pause. Oh my gosh, expanding up here, too? Myself was like, I have a lot of minerals. I have that gold. I need to spend it. Go, go, go. And actually, in the replay, the name of the replay is Pauser versus Unpauser. And I think myself might have asked for a pause, and then paused it, and then his opponent unpaused it without establishing that's what they were doing. So I don't know if that happened there, because the APM is still up here for myself. So if he needed an AFK, his APM wouldn't still be rocking. He wouldn't still be doing... Oh, no, Loopy's is falling. But no, myself's is still up. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that all happened. The replay file doesn't catch what happens in pauses. Like, it doesn't show who paused or who unpaused the game, so we can't really tell that. But, hey, look, it's Void Rays. What did I say? What did I say? Loopy's going for gateways and a War Prism and observers, which is fine, but... like 6 Void Rays show up and you're just dead at this stage. You don't have any stalkers. You've got 1 defensive cannon, which is nothing, you know, to 6 Void Rays at all. More gateways coming in. Myself was like, I gotta spend this cash. I have so much cash. What you need is more gas, which you are taking it here at the gold. I would just put assimilators up at this base, honestly, just to get gas. Zerg players do that sometimes on expansions where they only have gas getting taken from it because they really need it. And in this case, since you're going for Void Rays and you have a bunch of minerals, yeah, I would go for... just go for gas on that top right base, but minerals are good too, as long as you have a base. And you're taking resources off it, you'll be fine. So yeah, just definitely gas starved here. But it already has 3 Void Rays. Wait, 2 Void Rays with 2 more on the way. Air weapons coming in. Both players just kind of turtling up here a little bit. Oh my Void. So the trick here is that Void Rays can kill zealots without taking any damage, but it takes them forever to kill zealots. So long. So it's kind of like Zerglings, right? If 87 Zerglings show up and you're trying to kill them with your Void Rays, yeah, you'll kill them, but maybe not before your entire base is dead. So here comes Loopy. Does he have charge? He's working on it. It's like 80% complete. It's not being chrono boosted, and it definitely should be. But, oh my gosh. Wow, so the cannon rush into mass charge lot, huh? 24. And there's a warp prism to warp in additional ones all the time. He's only got 5 warp gates. Oh, 6. 6 warp gates is good for 2 bases. He's got a third, well, he's got a 3rd base coming up. I think he's waiting for charge to finish. Chrono boost that thing, dude. Okay, it's done. Let's go. Yeah, so this is gonna be... this is just like every Protoss player has experienced this. 87 Lings showed up in your main, and you've got Void Rays, and yes, you can kill them, but like, fast enough to save all your stuff? I don't know, man. The Zealots are really undecided about what they want to kill. It's problematic for them, for sure. So they're going to kill the enemy Zealots that warped in, but they are taking hits from cannons and from Void Rays all the time here. They're going after some of these probes, which is fantastic. The Void Rays are not in a position to do anything about that. There we go. And they do. They wiped out a ton of workers here. So here's the problem, is that Loopy just thinks he won the game. Because look, he doesn't know about this or this or this or this, which is now coming up. He doesn't know about anything other than what was in the main base. He thinks myself has been doing this on 1 base, I guess. That's a lot of Void Rays. Did you just pop Prismatic Alignment? You did. Yeah, fair enough. For the cannons, yes. They're armored. They take bonus damage. And now Loopy's like, oh, I need Archons and I need Stalkers. Let's go. Really smart. I like it. He's all, okay, the Zealots were terrible. Let's not just keep going into the Zealot well. Yo. He's still not looking up here at all. He really is like, okay, this guy's obviously one basing it. He obviously made as many void rays as he could on one base. That's going to be about it. He can't do anything else to me, right? And, you know, it's flux veins and it's carriers now that myself is working on. He's spending his minerals very well. He needs to, well, he's doing it. He's sending the probes away from this base as he gets mined out. He's only got 7 here out of the 6 that he needs. And he's sending them up to the other new bases. Great. This is fantastic play from myself. He's a good Protoss player. PvP. This is a weird PvP. I like it a lot. Loopy, just check. Just like, maybe he took the gold base. I've denied his natural the entire game. Maybe he expanded somewhere else. I was like, well, he didn't expand here, so where else would he be, Falcon, you dummy? That's a good point. Loopy has not expanded to his 3rd location, but, Alright, so, yeah, going up a ramp with chunky Archons, is, a lot of them are going to get stuck behind each other, is all. So, Loopy 3 base in it. He's feeling pretty good about himself, but myself, he's just casually on like 6. So, that's your problem. Carriers, trying to sit on this high ground, trying to make some interceptors so the carriers can actually do something. They come out of the cradle entirely useless. Is there another unit in the game that you make and has 0 purpose until you make something for it? I don't think there is. Anything that comes out has immediate purpose and can do the thing that they are designed to do. Not carriers, though. Not at all. Well, the Void Rays are stacking up just like the Archons want them to. Pre-splitting those would be pretty good, I'd say. Not a terrible idea. Dude, Loopy keeps coming up this direction. He's so close. He is so close to figuring out that myself is on more than one base. He really should have figured it out a while ago. He's making another, like when the Archon morphing ball is getting pushed around by his friends. Like, he can't move on his own, but he can get pushed by things. Alright, well, we can all come up the ramp now. That's real good. Void Rays. Not, well, they can outrange the Archons too, but the Archons are not attacking them anyway. So they took down one of the Stargates, which is great, but now everything Loopy has is dying a terrible, horrible death. Loopy still somehow has 60 workers and 22 army supply. I guess that would be these sendings. Oh, we're back to the well, huh? We're back to the zealot well. Cloak them. Cloak. No. Cloak your buildings so the zealots don't have anything to do. Not doing it. All right. Well, that would have been fun. Messing with the zealots would have been hilarious. So that's your GG. It's 120 army supply for myself and 4 army supply for Loopy. And Loopy at this point is just, he's got his head in his hands and he's like, wait, what? What? How does he have 13 Void Rays, 4 carriers, a mothership, and 2 Tempests on one base? This math is not adding up at all, says Loopy. He's doing it. He did the thing. He did the thing. He was trying to expand up here and he accidentally scouted. Ah, this is such a bad feeling. I've had this feeling before. I've been playing against someone, I think it was a Terran. And the Terran was expanding to all these ninja locations and I didn't know they were there. And then I died and I was like, how? And then I was like, oh. I went back and watched the replay and ta-da, there were like 4 expansions I didn't know about. It was pretty horrendous. Check up here, Loopy. Check north. Come on. All right. Well, it's like, okay. So we dragged the army of myself clear across the other opposite corner of the map. Maybe we can kill his stuff now. It's not a terrible thought. I'm going to give him some credit for that. So Tempests are coming out, which are even worse at killing Zealots than Void Rays are. But they're focusing pylons instead of focusing... Oh, that was a great depower there. Wow. Warp Gate's depowered. Another Stargate depowered. He's going to depower more Warp Gates and more Stargates. He's trying to just depower everything. On the other side, myself is gearing up for an attack on all that Loopy has left. He's already wiped out his 3rd. This is actually a little tiny bit interesting. But, I mean, Loopy is dead. This is me sending in a bunch of links into the enemy Protoss base, being like, I can win a base race when they have 8 other expansions they can fall back to. And their army is 18 times the size of mine. Yeah, I have got some empathy for this guy. I've been there before. Is that sympathy or empathy? So, like, he really wants to kill pylons, which I can appreciate. Oh, he came all the way home? Okay, well, this time he can't warp in. Ah, he can warp in. He's still got 3,000. Wait, 1,000 minerals in the bank. Okay, so he knows about this. He doesn't know about this or this or this still, which is just... It's delicious. It is delicious to me that myself's been able to hide these bases. He's still never taken his natural. Here's at 16 minutes and never once taken his natural. That's amazing. Good. Just go kill him. Let his zealots do whatever they want to your main. Just go kill him. This is a just go kill him time of the game, Mr. Myself. So I guess we'll take this downtime to say that myself is a patron of mine on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any replay once a month to me, and I'll cast it and put it on the channel, which is what this is. So this has been very interesting, I can tell you that. Anything that starts off with a double cannon rush is going to turn into an interesting game. Pretty much guaranteed, especially at the lower leagues. I love this. Myself is trying to take Loopy's gold base, which is like, wow. Gutsy stuff there. Are we doing it? Are we just coming in here to wipe him out? Let's go. Let's do it. Myself's probes are trying to kill. All right, it's time. Let's just go. Prismatic alignment not being used for reasons. Maybe it's on cooldown. Wait, where'd my mouse go? It's not on cooldown. We're just not prismatic aligning here. That's okay. There's worse things in the world, for sure. If we're trying to kill buildings, there aren't many worse things in the world. Zealots and an Archon heading across the map. Come on, figure it out. No, he's like, man, if the whole army is over here, then I can get into his main base and kill. I think these are all the buildings he has. If I can kill all these, I can win. Tectonic destabilizers has been researched here by myself, which means the Tempests do more damage to buildings than they normally do. Don't go home. Don't do it. Myself, you had it. And that's it. GG. Bam. So he killed all of his stuff. Oh, now he killed all of his stuff. And then he leaves the game. Well done. Well done to win a scrap-tastic game. 24,000 resources lost for Loopy and only 10,000 lost for myself. Woo! That was just a lesson in scouting. Like, the lesson of this game for Loopy is, if you think you have someone contained on 1 or 2 bases, and it's been a while, and they seem to have a decent army, and they can hold you off, check for extra bases. Yeah? Just do it. Just check for extra bases all around the map. Look for ninjas. Call it a day. Good stuff, though. I mean, is there anything more classic than going cannons into void rays? I don't think there is. I think myself knows how to play Protoss. That is a staple of the genre. So good job. And then Carriers, Tempests, Mothership. But really, all Loopy ever did today was make Zealots. He made 88 Zealots, 12 Archons, okay, Unimmortal, and 6 Stalkers. So as far as his ability, I don't think his entire army altogether at one point in the game at all would have been able to deal with what myself was throwing out here today. So that just tells you a lot. That tells you how this went. So well done, myself, getting that victory. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.